Hello and welcome to the channel. If you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for daily FM content, whether that's tactics, gameplay or other things. Be sure to comment what you'd like to see. Link in the description below to my current series where you can see the tactic in action, and also a link to all my socials. Enjoy the video and be sure to like and subscribe. Hello and welcome back to the channel, episode 16 of VAR in Charge. We are back here with Southampton, almost at the end of the series. We've got 5 more episodes, well 4 more after this. With Southampton here, we expected to finish, I'm not sure where, avoid relegation, which I think is definitely possible. I think avoiding relegation should definitely be achievable for this. This team is good. This team's got a good squad, good depth as well. So I think maybe top half. They finished 11th in real life, I'm pretty sure. So if you can get top half of this team first season, very good year. 5th round, the FA Cup. Could probably reach the 5th round, I'm not going to lie. 5th round is definitely achievable. Carabao Cup 4th round, not as important I'd say, but definitely try and focus on the FA Cup and possibly the Premier League, trying to get top half. Once again though, avoid relegation is far too low of an expectation for Southampton in my eyes anyway. In terms of tactics, we're going for a 4-1-2-3 or a 4-1-4-1, however you look at this. Pretty much a 4-3-3 with a defensive mid. McCarthy in goal, sweeper keeper, very good goalkeeper, 16 reflexes, 15 one-on-ones, 16 agility, 6'4", good jumping, good aerial reach. Rushing out's not too bad, so you want sweeper keeper defend. He's not the best passer of the ball. 11 and 9 is decent. It's not the best in the league, but it's not too bad. Jan Valerie at right back, full back attack. Really good physicals. Decent crossing and dribbling. 13 crossing and dribbling is pretty good. With 12 technique, 13 marking, 13 passing. A little bit short on tackling and positioning, but overall, he's very good. The worry is, off the ball, he's only 6. So going forwards, he may not be the best, but he is a 5-star potential right back. He's 20 years old for Southampton, 5-star potential. He could become one of the best right backs in the league if you keep him playing him. If you definitely play him for many seasons, he could be good for another 10 years at least. Vestergaard at centre back. He is a bit slow. We'll talk about transfers soon, but he'll definitely be a replacement. He is a bit slow, but what he lacks in pace, he makes up in height. 6'6", 19 jumping reach. Great tackling, great marking, great teamwork, great positioning. Leadership and work rate is decent. Bravery is really high. As you saw in yesterday's episode, Sheffield United defenders have a lot of high bravery. He is pretty much similar to them in terms of bravery, composure. Decision making is decent, but overall he's more of a no-nonsense centre-back, I'd say. He's not quick. He can pass the ball, so he's not the role of no-nonsense, but he's not really quick enough to really be a mobile defender. Bednarek next to him in defence, 23 years old. Another young player. They've got some decent young squads, but 14 marking, 14 tackling, 14 positioning. The triangle that I like is pretty high. Physicals, 13 plus, very nice. Once again, great bravery, great work rate, decent leadership, great teamwork, good decision making, good concentration, anticipation is high. Once again, another all-rounded, quite solid centre-back. Not great on the ball, 9 vision, so I've kept for central defenders there. You can go ball players if you want, but I haven't really chosen to do that because I'm not really too fussed about making more mistakes. Compared the good to the bad, I'd rather not make mistakes than rather risk passes. Left back is Ryan Bertrand, 29 years old. Full back attack here as well. 13 crossing, 13 dribbling. Pace is still decent. It will decline in a few years. He's 29 years old, like I say. Stamina and fitness are good, so he can make it for the whole game up and down the pitch. Good tackling. I've gone off there for a second. Good tackling, marking and positioning. Pretty much his centre-back stats in terms of defensively, but at a left-back, so he's pretty good, pretty solid. And he can go forwards. Good technique, good work rate once again. Good bravery once again. Good decision-making once again. However, like Valerie, his off the ball's in just not good enough. 10 off the ball isn't great. Could go fullback support for both these fullbacks, but I like the fullback attack role too much to risk not having it on. In holding mid here, we've got Højbjerg, who has now gone to Spurs in real life. We've gone for a DLP defend. You can go for a ball winner, but I think his passing stats are too good to have that missed out. So we've got 13 passing, 15 vision. Good teamwork, great work rate, great technique, great first touch. So on the ball, he's technically very good. Tackling's 11, which isn't the best, but it's not too bad. You have got the box-to-box next to you in Ward-Prowse that can cover if necessary, plus our centre-backs are good tacklers. Overall, though, very nice player. 23 years old. I would try and keep him, unlike in real life where they've sold him. I would definitely keep him, making him a key player of your team for many years if you can. Physically, he's not the most agile. He's pretty much just a solid centre-mid in that holding role. I do like him a lot. Dictates tempo, which is always nice for a holding mid. Gets the game going or slows it down if need be. Pretty good set piece delivery as well, but you'd have Ward-Prowse taking them. Overall, very solid centre mid for I think a mid-table side in Southampton on this game for sure. Ward-Prowse now, very nice player. 24 years old. I've used him a couple of times, maybe only once. But great crossing, great corners, great free kicks. Technically great. Work rate is 19. As a box-to-box, you want positioning and off the ball to be high. 13 and 11, so he's more of an offensive fullback, box-to-box. However, he has got 13 tackling, so he is very, very good in defensively as well. Great stamina, great fitness, can run up and down for the whole game. A tireless midfielder in description, so pretty much he can make the whole game run up and down pretty convincingly. Technicals are good, mentals are great. He does lack a little bit in terms of strength and a little bit of pace, but it's not too important. But I definitely think he's one of your key players in midfield. He is 4-star, can't develop anymore. He's 24 years old, like I say. But overall, this midfield, we'll get to Armstrong in a second, but this midfield is very, very nice. Right, moving on to Armstrong. Got 15 finishing, which is good for an AM. I would possibly look to replace him at some point, though. 15 passing and 14 vision is good, but he's not the most exciting AP ever. 15 technique is solid, work rate is decent. Physicals, he does lack a little bit in, maximum 12 in terms of pace, acceleration. Agility is 14, which is good, but his balance is only 9, so he's not really nimble. He's not the most nimble AP. He's 6 foot as well, so he's not the most agile person. Mentals-wise, pretty solid. He's more of a, I wouldn't say he's an AM attack, personally. You can play him there for sure, but I would probably look to replace him in the future. Good dribbling, good first touch, good technically, like I say. But he's not really that standout player. You could definitely buy a younger player in the future. We'll talk about transfers soon as well, later in the video. But onto the right wing, got a winger attack here. We've got Gineppo, I guess is how you say it. Great pace, which is what brought me to him in the first place. Great pace up front, good dribbling, decent crossing. Technique is decent. His passing for a winger is quite good. 12 isn't too bad. 8 vision though, which is quite poor. Mentally, he's kind of all over the place. His flair is not the highest, nor is his off the ball. I think he's more of a player that runs down the byline, crosses it in, and causes some problems with his pace pretty much. His finishing is not great, 7, so he's definitely not an inside forward. His composure is 11, which is okay, but he's definitely one to possibly improve, but not an urgent player. Buffal, on the other hand, on the left wing, great dribbling, great technique, great flair, great agility, great balance, decent pace as well. Finishing is 12, composure is 13, good for an inside forward at this level as well. Good vision, good passing. Off the ball is 12, which is solid. I like him a lot. I think he can improve by half a star. Not sure how much that improves stats-wise, though. 25 years old, got a long way to go. Runs with the ball often. He's one of them players that gets you up the pitch quite quickly and tries to cause some problems with the defenders. Once again, decent crossing and decent corners, and decent free kicks. However, Ward-Prowse will be taking those. And up front, we've got Shane Long. He's not the best finisher, I've got to say. You may have to look for a striker. Once again, great pace, but 11 finishing, 10 composure isn't really what you want from a striker. 20 work rate is insane. 18 teamwork. I would be tempted to playing pressing forwards just because his bravery and work rate are very, very good, which is important. But I would try and give him a go. He's a decent dribbler. He can pass the ball, good vision as well. But then finishing and composure stats aren't really filling me with confidence in terms of striking ability. But he does like to beat the offside trap, gets forward whenever possible, so he can get in behind quite easily, which leads us on to tactical style, which is positive. In possession, shorter passing, fairly narrow, pass into space, higher tempo. Even though we've got shorter passing, with the pass into space, you will still get in behind with Shane Long. Low crosses as well. Shane Long isn't the tallest. He has got decent jumping and decent heading, but 5'11", you probably want a taller striker for a different variant of crosses. In transition, counter press and counter. Distribute to fullbacks for sure. We have got good passing at centre backs, but not good vision. 9 vision and 9 vision as well. So I definitely go for fullbacks. Just make it less risky as possible and not lose the ball too hard at the pitch. Out of possession, more urgent pressing. You can go much more urgent. You can, if you want, put the higher engagement there because of the attackers have got good work rates. But I've stuck for a standard line here and a more urgent press. In terms of transfers, financially £18 million, 10 million transfer budget, and 150k a week to spend on wages. I would probably shift that to about just under 13 million pounds if you can, 95 grand a week. Get a couple of instalments done there. But in terms of who I'd buy a young centre back that could be a passer, definitely replaced in a couple of years. Fullbacks you're good with for a couple of years as well. Goalkeepers you're fine with. Holding mids you're good with. If you wanted to, get an AP, or you could keep Armstrong for a season at least. But I would look at a striker. Why have I forgotten Danny Ings? Why on earth have I forgot Danny Ings existed? Ignore everything I said about Shane Long. Danny Ings, for some reason, I completely forgot existed. I'm not sure why. There you go. That's your striker. I don't know why I didn't even see him. But in terms of the team report, ignore the striker then. Shane Long's decent-ish backup. Chadham's decent backup as well. I would look for a centre-back and definitely an AP if you can. Maybe a right winger. if you want a more technical player than Gineppo. But overall, I'd say centre-back for sure, AP for the future, and maybe a right winger. But on that embarrassing note, guys, I'm missing out Danny Ings, one of the Premier League top goal scorers. I'll see you guys next episode. If you're new around here, be sure to like and subscribe. We've got Spurs coming up next. Interesting one. Can we get top 4 with Spurs? Possibly. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.